like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the...
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty... Turn nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down carry for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a 2nd straight play. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series. They're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Treylon Burks. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Treylon Burks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 78 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first-quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th-quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and want to come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
Yeah. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. 3rd down here.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington! Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. A nice little, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the deep.
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, 73 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Haskins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Commander defense able to hold. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to goal. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamin Davis. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And Woods has it complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Tannehill. And now here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 2nd and 7, Howell.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Tannehill on the slant. Burks. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On gain of 12. And the Titans first down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick slant here to Woods. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are in position.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. That he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Eluding the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was... And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Tannehill now to throw. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods. 29 yards. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Bullock as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Howell back to pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Slide for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Tannehill. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Powers through him. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run.
And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad. shower, moisturizer, and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
Ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What up? Anyway, gotta pay a little more if we late to the jet. Got a jet cause the bed leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra gon' play it. For LV Opera projects. You ain't scared to change cause it's incoming out your pockets. My fruity and slick. I'm rude